This is
Chat the Great.
Obviously, I walk into a very hip dance shop in the West End, and they just took one look at me. I was probably, crap jeans, crap indie t-shirt, crap hair, and just went, "You walked into the wrong shop, mate." And then I'd go up and said, "Have you got Sugar Bear? Don't scandalize mine." And Young MC Know How, and I'm reaching, and they were just like, "Ah, okay." And then I got to know them, and it just, I mean, admittedly, I'd been tipped off a little bit beforehand. So, like, "Can you go and get these records, Mike?" But it was just my passport into another. And it's that thing again. It's just sort of like, how do I get in with this really cool crowd over here?
It's being bold, isn't it? You've got to go in with being bold.
Yeah, it really isn't a gig for somebody who's shy, and to be honest, I always thought of myself as quite reserved and shy. And you realize that confidence and charm is something you can figure out, and that's a big, if you love music and you're shy and you just think, "Oh, what can I do about it?" It's just like, just throw yourself in. It is real throwing yourself in at the deep end, because, so many, swans in the music business were very much ugly ducklings like myself. And, you just go in and you work really hard and you figure it out, and you figure out these people that you think are oh so cool are actually not necessarily so cool. They're just, and they're, a lot of them are as scared as you are, but you don't realize it because they've got so many great clothes on.
Yeah, it's all up front.
All up front. Even more so now when you can build your own digital armor.
Oh my gosh.
So you can completely hide behind that. And I think it was actually better for us that we had to, and that was it. If you couldn't be shy, you was just like, literally, I think the instruction I got in talent scouting was, there's your desk, there's your phone, get on with it.
Yeah.
And I'd open time out, just like I had done in Bristol, opening up the venue, go through. And they used to put in time out those days, every act that was playing in London that night. So hundreds of acts would all be listed, and they'd all have a description. And if something sounded interesting, or it was something the time out really liked, then you'd chase it up. And through that, I got to know journalists at Time Out. And then the NME, got to know journalists at the NME, Melody Maker Sounds. You start, who's doing the evening session, you get to know them, you get to know DJs, then you get to know promoters at venues, then you get to know people running rehearsal rooms, and you just build this fabulous network.
Yeah.
And talent scouts are like market traders. They're like in the city, but what you trade are, bands and artists, and it's vibes. I mean, it sounds really crass to say that now, but I've got this amazing vibe.
Yeah.
And I've got this. And people would literally have suitcases in the back of their car filled with demo cassettes. And you'd drive up to the north of England, and you'd be, you put your cassette in, listen to it. Do we like it? Do we not? If you liked it, you'd put it, in your bag on the back. If you didn't like it, in the floor well. And it's just like, you were like that. And that's the other thing that seems amazing. As talent scouts, we would think nothing of driving from London to Newcastle and driving back in the same night. And quite a few talent scouts came a cropper that way. But it was, people would, I didn't have a company car. I mean, MCA was not a big music publishing company, so I didn't have a company car. I didn't have, anything. So it was, I'd be kipping on my mates' floors in hotels. I'd always be getting a lift with them,